This time last year, I was just starting my postdoc, juggling new projects, losing focus, and procrastinating more than I'd like to admit. But lately, I've been following 3 simple rules to read more and procrastinate less, and I'm finally starting to feel focused again. So I want to talk about how it's going. Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Quinn. I'm an applied mathematician in my late 20s, and I like to make videos about how I am staying both authentic and productive while I'm elevating throughout womanhood. So I talk a lot about systems, productivity, healthy habits, general life lessons. So welcome to another episode of PhD Diaries. It's a series here on my channel where I like to share more work-related days in the life about my experiences as a Black woman in STEM. I'm an applied mathematician doing medical research, and I'm currently a postdoc, which means I'm in a temporary position post-PhD. And I like making these vlogs not only to share more about what I do because I think it's so cool and I love it, but also to inspire others to take charge of their own education and productivity and just their independence. And if nothing else, maybe help you feel less alone and relatable in your day-to-day of trying to get it all done. Because while that is my job, I do still live a regular life like everyone else, trying to stay fit, breathe, do my hair, wash my hair one of these days. So yeah, welcome back. This week is my first full week with my new couch in my new apartment. I just moved to a new place at the beginning of August, so it's been a while for me to edit. So there's a current lull in posting, but I never stop recording, okay? I'm in this new apartment and I'm finally feeling productive again, like my usual self. I'm in a sort of flow, and I am actually in the midst of the 75 hard challenge. I'm like day 8 or something. I'm actually 4 attempts in. I started my first attempt in July, and this is attempt number 4, day 8 of 75 hard. But because I've been doing it for so long, I have been reading, and that was one of my main goals in my media reset, if you saw that video. And reading more and procrastinating less were my goals, and I have definitely achieved both of those. And now that I'm back in the swing of that, I want to tell you how I've been doing it and just take you with me the next couple days, because there's so many changes happening with my apartment coming together, things happening at work, the fall semester starting, which means there's kicking up in meetings and seminars, and also the resuming of my personal things. It's just a lot going on. So I'm very excited about this week, and I can't wait to share some of these tips with you because I am doing so good. Look how far I have left. I'm on page 286 out of 450. So according to my tracker, I'm like 60 something %. Definitely finishing this. Definitely excited about the rest of my reads. So let me finish getting dressed so I can go to work. I can't wait to show you my new office. I was voluntold to go to this office because things are happening in our lab. People are moving around in the hallway, and now this is mine. So I'm excited to work in here. Can we get into this new office? I have all of this space to myself. I was previously in a different office with other people, and while I still have no window, this is such an upgrade, and I've already felt more productive just from being able to play my music and set my vibes. Another part of setting my vibes nowadays is getting back into journaling and updating my to-do list, doing weekly reflections. Making this a staple of my routine again is definitely part of what has me feeling so in tune with myself and wanting to stay accountable to my daily habits. So when I get to work, if I haven't already done it at home, before I even update my to-do list, I check in with my habit tracker and get my mind focused on where I really am, and then I log in and figure out what I need to do to move forward. Right now, getting ready for work looks like opening my research notebook, pulling up all of my necessary 1,000 tabs, but particularly my Notion where I have my research hub, and then making sure I have everything up for my coding. Now that I'm working on some more models, I am deep in the Python PowerPoint saga. I like to turn my results into PowerPoint presentations instead of Word documents to make it readily presentable in meetings, whether those are casual or formal.
However, these are challenges adding the tissue architecture, multicellular neighborhood.
Oh my goodness. I feel like such a big girl in this office. I don't know how else to put it. I just got back in from a seminar for the day, which means the workday is officially over. It is 5:07 past the hour. It's 7 past the hour. It's 5:07. And it's been a really good, productive day. Currently, I am in year 2 of my postdoc. Actually, as of me recording this, August 12th, I started a year ago today, so official start of year 2. And in my first year, I have, as of this week, completed my first full draft of a first author paper that I'm hoping to submit in the next month. And I am in full swing of creating another model and slash paper with a collaborator that is looking at the immune response to lung infection. And so it's an ordinary differential equations model that's using experimental mice data to parameterize it and then use it to make predictions about how our body responds to this kind of infection so that we can create therapies to target specific things. Not obviously, but in these models, there are assumptions built in based on what we think is happening, and then using that data, we adjust it to see what's really going on. Yeah, and so that's the main project I'm working on since my first paper is done. That's my new #1 priority. And then, so today I was working on some PRCC analysis, some partial rank correlation coefficient analysis, which is a way to look at how the coefficients in the equations impact the total outcome, the total variable in that equation, to see which ones are most influential, the most influential baddies on the floor, you know? So that's the main paper that I'm working on. And then my new project, my second priority for this upcoming year is to submit a grant, to build all the grant writing skills I can to either stay where I am or build me up for going somewhere else, which gets me to my third priority, which is job hunting. So I finished a paper, I'm working on a second paper, and then I have a new project that is attached to the grant that I'm trying to write. And if that succeeds, I'll be staying here in Florida for another 2 to 5 years. And if it does not succeed, I'm also putting in job applications to other postdocs and other professorships to keep studying science and math and medicine, because my heart's desire is to be an incredibly cool and sufficient scientist. And every single time I go to one of these seminars and I see people with their own labs with such synergistic, missions and how they're doing everything I want to do, like there are people out there doing it, but none of them look like me. So I want to do it because we need it, right? And yeah, I want to be able to create and do my own experiments in my own physical lab. I want to gain that skill. I don't currently have that skill. And then that's the kind of data we use in our mathematical or computational models. That is a skill I have. And then we use that for public health relations, to communicate with other scientists, with officials, with each other. That is a skill I have. So to gain the experimentation skill is why I am writing a grant. So that's kind of where I am with my science journey, like my career as a PhD. I am in the beginning still, yet done with my PhD. 5 years into the beginning, but okay. So yeah, I have been way more productive since coming back from SMB. I think just that renewed spark of going to a conference helped me. But also, I have been very serious since before going to SMB even about time blocking. I did a whole video on it, and that is one of the main tools for how I've stopped procrastinating as much. I don't follow the time blocks to a T, I can't hold you, but I start every single week on my Saturday. I look at my week ahead, I put in first in my calendar the meetings I have, my have-to-dos, then I put in my routines, my gym, my etc. Then I fill in the time, and each day I wake up and I have a time block ready for me, and I can just adjust it based on when I actually woke up or blah 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 blah. But I have something to guide me, that way I know what exactly I can get done in a day, when I can get it done, and just be real and flexible. Because my biggest issue the first half of 2025 was just being unrealistic, either setting too far of a goal, getting nothing done, or like paralyzed in fear of getting nothing done. And so now, by being able to see like, okay, I can't get 5 things done today, but I can get 2 done. How much time do I have? All right, I'm going to use those 6 hours to do this. Perfect. It's a lot better than I need to do 12 things today, I only did 1. You know, at least that's how it feels. It feels a lot better. So that's my primary tool for increasing my productivity. But there are other things I'm doing to make sure that I am being an overall good scholar, like the notes I just took in my meeting, including some of the tips that I'm using to read more, because I read more when I went and got some Chick-fil-A before the meeting, and I was reading my book, and it's so good. I love that we're not getting the scene, what happened to her, until what? Basically page 300. We're 300 pages in, and now we get the mystery of Alex's backstory. I love that. I love the build up, because I'm invested now. I am. I might not have been as invested before, but now I need to know. So I'm gonna go home. I have several packages waiting on me because I am freshly into my apartment with many furniture things waiting at my door. So we're gonna go home and finish our productive day. I still need to go on my walk to get my steps. I'm only at like 6,000, I'm pretty sure. 5,500 steps for the day, so I still need at least a 30-minute walk. Still gotta eat dinner. I'm currently on 75 hard. I think I mentioned this morning, and my diet rule is intermittent fasting, which means I'm currently doing a 12-hour overnight fast. That's what I'm subscribing to, which means once I have my dinner meal, I can't eat breakfast until 12 hours later. So if I finish my meal at 8 p.m., I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. If I finish my last meal at 5, I eat breakfast at 5. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not 5, but that's my current window. It's just that amount of time. So if I want to eat before, so I'm trying to eat before 8 p.m. because I would like to eat before 8 a.m. So I need to get home and also cook so that I can eat at a reasonable time both today and tomorrow. It's really helped me understand my body cues and like when I'm actually hungry. Honestly loving it, and we're not going to talk about the body things here because we have a recomp diary coming up next week to talk about it. So let me pack up my whole life. friends, I have a living room. I have a real living room. I have a real couch. Can we believe it? I just finished eating that parfait I ate on my counter, so it's over there. But I wanted to come and sit over here now that it's all together. I was on the phone with my sister before, but oh my gosh, I love it. I even like shared some pictures with my mom. I've been doing this whole process, sending her photos too. And said she was impressed with how well it came together because she felt like I got it together fast. And I was like, that's what happens when you have a clear vision. When you have a clear vision, the execution is seamless, okay? And it's come together the way I like. I love it. I love it so, so much. It's exactly what I pictured. I'm still deciding on how I want to do this wall here, but I am loving it. I came home and did this after my day. I didn't really bring my camera with me. I left this morning and I meant to go work out, but I did not make time for that, and I still have to do it after this. So I wanted to eat something so I'd have enough energy, but I'm also kind of sleepy, so we'll see what happens. It's time to go to the gym. But yes, I wanted to explain my thought process because I actually knew it. So I knew I wanted a green couch, and I had like 5 different ones in my cart, and I was just cycling through which one I really wanted based on price and look. And then once I decided on this one, I was like, okay, so I need an accent chair to read in as well, and I need a new table because the one I had before is too tall and big for this kind of low vibe. And so, yeah, this is much like the table I have in my room. So I feel like it kind of brings some cohesion to both rooms. And then I wanted a chair with an ottoman so I could read in it, essentially. I only looked at chairs with ottomans because I want to read. And so, yeah, I wanted multiple places where I could just kick my feet up. And this is my first time buying my own couch. My previous apartment, I didn't feel the need to have one. It just didn't speak to me. But something about this space is saying, yeah, we need a real living room. I mean, I also have a new office, and I'm just, everything about where I am in my life right now says elevate. So I'm listening to that call and got a real couch. My previous apartment before that was a studio, didn't need a couch. Before that, I had a roommate, and I had her couch, but it was too big to put in the studio. Before that, I bought my roommate's couch, so I've been buying other people's couches. This is like mine, concept brought together by me, and I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, well, I really just wanted to make this place more homey because as much as I want to build community in person as much as I do online, I also know that this is still a very me season. This time in Florida, it's me building my skills, it's me building my body. I'm still very much so crafting my career and my life, and I wanted to pour into comfort in this home so that I can read here, I can work here, I can edit here, I can vlog here. If I want to invite people, I can, but I just want it to feel like how I am now, and I feel like it does. It does. I have some more artwork to consider over there. I don't know where the heck it's going to go. It may not go anywhere, but I am waiting on one more piece of furniture, a TV stand, and then I can look at the rest of my wall decor to see where it goes. But what do you think? Comment below. That green candle, I bought like 7 candles at TJ Maxx the other day, along with the decor. So she'll be changing out. She's already ready to go for the fall. Yes! Oh, but while we're here, I wanted to also go ahead and talk about another reason why I've been procrastinating less, because it's been on my mind, because I posted it on my story this morning. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should. Because, yeah, I posted this morning on my story. I just did another mid-year reset check-in about how my weekly report cards are looking, because I closed out July, or I started August with a B, and I'm very, very proud of that. And I was sharing how much I love my whole life as a data-driven experiment motto nowadays, because it just perfectly encapsulates what I do, and it's one of the reasons I've been procrastinating less. So if you're new to this channel, then you may or may not know that I've been bullet journaling for nearly 10 years now. And a part of bullet journal culture is habit tracking, I feel. It's just one of the spreads that you do on there, along with like a mood tracker, a 1 line a day, whatever else you want to try. It's just a lot of fun. It's like there's a year in pixels. Just love tracking things in bullet journals, you know, to-do lists and everything like that. And starting that habit that long ago has built up the life I have now by slowly using that technique to bring some awareness and intention to my behavior. And slowly I stopped eating as much junk food. I started getting in more steps. It's how I built my tea drinking habit, because I hated tea before. It's how I've become so good at the gym. And, it started for fun, just aesthetic reasons in my journal. And then as I've gone through grad school and I really learned to see these kind of things also as data, I now know how I can use it quantitatively. Like, if I was that kind of person, I could go back to my other journals and make a spreadsheet of all these same things that I do now from years ago, but I'm not going to do that. But once I realized I could do that in 2024, that is now my approach going forward, where I take my now lifelong habit tracking routine and I use it to learn quantitative lessons from it to help me know when I'm actually improving, when I'm stalling in my behavior, to know where my areas of improvement are, how much I'm meeting my word and my goals. And it's just been so very important to me. So I wanted to go a little bit in more detail about that and how it's helping me procrastinate less. And the essential reason behind it is it brings me awareness. Like, if I know that I have to work out today, I know I have this deadline, I know exactly when things are and how it should go, it's really hard to move things around. Don't get me wrong, I still do. I find a way, but it's harder. Like, you can only move it so much because when that tight deadline is, what you said you're going to do, because it's right there to check off, either on your phone or on your tablet or wherever, on your whiteboard, anywhere, right? So here are the 3 ways that I am life tracking that have been keeping me in check in August right now especially, but I'm hoping to do all of fall and that I've kind of had for a long time. So the first one would definitely be bullet journaling itself as a technique for life tracking. You don't have to get as fancy as some people do, but just having a journal, a physical place to write down your to-do list, write down the habits you want to do this week, and then track when you do them. It's a very simple way to bring some intention to what you're doing. And then you can carry that over to any other area. I log what I'm doing in the gym. I log my nutrition. People have giant budget spreadsheets. Like, you can track whatever you want that's important in your life. But if there's something specific that you need to be doing for a goal, like reading every week, writing a paragraph every night, doing gua sha every 2 days, like whatever it is, if you start tracking that thing, you start being aware of when you are or aren't doing it. And having a number associated with that also gives you notice of when you're improving that habit. And it's just been life-changing. It's life-changing. So it's both bullet journaling, one, having that habit, and then the second one is habit tracking. And I do that also in many, many ways. So if you watch any of my recomp diaries, my fitness journey videos, then you know that I do count my calories, I do track my macros. I do it not just for aesthetic reasons, but because I have PCOS and I am predisposed for diabetes on an entire side of my family, like everyone. So I have to be very careful and intentional if I want to maintain my health and not get the symptoms that come along with that kind of lifestyle. And so I've seen even just recently how important tracking is for me. When I got way too high in my macros for my carbs, I felt so inflamed, so fatigued, so tired. And in the last 2 weeks, I've been like, okay, let me see what happens when I change that. And just eating within my window. I don't ever cut anything out, but just eating back in my window, back feeling excellent, okay? And just having that awareness, if I didn't know that that's what was going on, who knows what I would have attributed it to, when it could have been very clearly from what I was eating. So I just love tracking it in that way. And so I have that Excel sheet to have weekly summaries to know how my weekly behavior is, and then monthly aggregates to know how I'm doing month to month. And then I also now have a daily health tracker in Notion, which I shared in my very last video, because the weekly and the monthly is good, but day to day I also need to know, like, how did I do today? Putting it in my Excel sheet doesn't tell me how I did today. It does, because I'm like, oh shit, looking at it as I type it in. But then also in Notion, I have some extra formulas to give me other insights. So my daily health tracker is another way that I am procrastinating less with my workouts, with my health goals. And then when it comes to just my overall life goals, procrastinating less at work, with YouTube, with everything, I've been getting back into my daily column. And that's essentially my way of journaling. Like, I feel like a regular person probably has a 5-minute journal, or is that what it's called? Minute by minute? I don't know what it's called, but one of those journals that has prompts. I essentially have something similar for myself. I chose 4 questions or 5 questions really that align with my life goal and how I want to adhere to the ABCs of free living. authenticity, balance, and confidence. And I answer those 5 questions every night. And I also track my habits and document the day with pictures so that I can reflect on how my day went and also archive it kind of with photos. And eventually one day I want to have them all in their own, photo book. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, it's my habit I've had for about 2 years now. I can look back at 2023 and see what I ate that day, and I think that's really, really cool. And it's another way that I am tracking my life day to day. It feels more archival than the rest of it. The rest of it feels very data driven, but my daily column, it's about how I'm feeling this day. Did my choices match up with my actions? Did my choices match up with my values? What did I do today? What photos do I want to encapsulate what happened on this day? So when I look back a year from now, I remember August 12th. And I actually do share this on Substack already. I initially only shared it on my Instagram story, but I don't know why I became so averse to having things on my Instagram story highlights, but I did, and I decided to move them over to Substack, and I have a new format on there anyway. So if you want to join me in doing these reflections yourself or seeing it in the morning in your email to motivate you to have a good day, then I would definitely check out my Substack, which is always linked below. But yeah, these are the 3 ways that I am life tracking and just keeping myself intentional in the day to day to be more scholarly, to read more. There's trackers in Notion. There's trackers. I use the app Productive to track my habits day to day, where I can swipe and see which ones I've done. And it's a really easy way to habit track if you don't want to write anything. And I think awareness is what equals intention, essentially. And by becoming more aware, I'm doing better because I want to be better. Is what it all comes down to. But yeah, speaking of being better, I need to go to the gym. I've been kind of on a roll with my sleeping schedule, and I want to keep it where it is. And I've also been on a roll with the gym. Let me tell you, I had to bring this couch up myself. I live on a higher floor now, and people are not apparently always willing to bring things up those floors themselves. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So this table was left at my door by some good person, but this chair and this couch were not. This couch was not left by my door. It was at the bottom of my building, and there are no elevators here. So I, by myself, brought up this 50-pound couch up all those flights of stairs. And I've done such things before. I've moved myself actually entirely into a whole apartment from one place to another before. Strong ass bitch, okay? And I said that to say that the gym is not just for aesthetics, because that's where I'm about to head to. It's not just for aesthetics, baby. It is functional. It's for muscle growth. It's for bone density. It's for cardiac health, okay? I would not, me 3 years ago would not, or maybe 3 years ago, yes. Me 5 years ago, she would not be able to have done this, okay? And I don't even know, maybe 3 years ago I wouldn't. I'm sure I've grown more muscle since then too. So yeah, going to the gym also helps me build a better life, a healthier life, for more independence. I am so independent that I was able to do that. I didn't have to wait and beg someone to help me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I believe in support, but I love that I was able to I needed it done and I was able to do it because I can. And then after doing this, getting that chair up today was nothing. I was like, oh, I picked it up and I was expecting heavy like this couch. Oh, easy work, easy money. Okay, so strong ass bitch. I gotta keep it up. I've been on a roll, so I'm going to the gym. I meant to go this morning and I don't want to go down, but I need to go do something because I am doing a challenge, so I have to. But also I need to and I want to. Okay. Before I go to bed, I want to give a little update on this book. I'm on page 312, so I'm a good ways through. I'm over 60% through. I don't know the last time I updated the blog, but I'm loving this book and it's so good. We got the backstory on our main character Alex not too long ago, and we were in the thick of the book's mystery. There's kind of two mysteries going on. There's a mystery of someone we know and a mystery of someone we don't know, and there's all kinds of magical things happening right now. And every other chapter I feel like there's a new, I wouldn't call it a power, but just like a new revelation of something that's going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, what? And it's just very engaging. I'm really enjoying it. And while I'm doing this, I wanted to mention how I've been reading more, because I'm enjoying it. I finally feel like reading is a habit for me in so many ways. I found ways to fit it in my morning and or night routine and just into my day in general. So I have to thank the 75 hard challenge for that, getting me to a place where it's required to get back to reading, because I was not reading at all until recently. Looking at my habit trackers within the summer, I've blossomed. And so 2 rules that I kind of stick by are phone marriage and habit stacking. So phone marriage is essentially anywhere I have my phone, I bring my book. I'm walking down from my office to grab some water. My phone is in my hand, my book is in my hand. I'm at the gym, my phone is in my hand, my book is in my hand. I'm walking around, I don't even know I'm going to read, my book is in my hand. I'm going to the coffee shop, my phone is somewhere, my phone and my book are one. And that just gives me a chance to always consciously choose between my phone or my book, where it's like, I'll be scrolling and then I'm like, I'm literally holding a book. Stop. Is how it has worked for me. And it doesn't always work, but literally I'll just be sitting there maybe eating at Nukes, and then I'm on my phone and the book is right there, and I'm like, you have the book. It just gives me more opportunities to choose the book, and so I do. But if I don't do that, I've definitely put it in part of my routines. So I have a walk at the beginning of my day before my workout, and I have a walk at the end of my day before my evening routine, and I have it stacked walking with reading. I will walk around the track, I will walk around outside, I'll walk anywhere and have my book with me, because it's a great way to get in both movement and my 10 pages a day. And it's been my best hack for getting back into reading. Like before, I found time to just read plainly, as in like right now with no distraction. The only time I could fit it in was during one of those walks. And now that I am all moved in and a bit better with my time management, I can sacrifice 30 minutes of just undistracted reading. And I'm hoping that as the fall continues, I'll find more time to have undistracted reading time. So those are my 2 tips for anyone trying to read more. It's been a game changer for me, and you're probably gonna see it a lot more throughout the rest of the vlogs, because I'm loving it. And we're gonna have more books to read with the book club starting, so yeah. Anyway, I've just met my 10 page. Let me actually fill in my habit tracker on Notion, and I can go to bed. I've already done my daily column reflections. I've done all of my trackers. Now I just have to fill in my 75 hard. I met my water goal. I got my 10 pages. Let me update the page in my bookshelf. I am 69% through this book. All right, and I leave my phone and my book up here so that when my alarm goes off, I have one alarm in my room, and then this one goes off 5 minutes later, so that I have to get up. So I'm so disappointed. I woke up this morning and I saw on Google Maps that the school gym was finally back open. So I came to come work out, and I walk in and everything, and then someone's like, are you here for training? I'm like, what? Are you here to work out? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to work out. Why's she gonna say, oh, the gym doesn't open till 2:30? Okay, so I guess technically I could go to the other gym that I have the membership at, but I had my mouth fixed for the very nice machines at this gym, which is why I prefer it. So now, yeah, I think I'm just gonna move my workout to after work. Is that what I wanna do? I don't know. Let the record show that I showed up even though I had an excellent excuse not to, but we get it done because we say we're going to get it done. Should be worse, I should be me. I don't know how well you can hear me in here because of the fan, but what can we do? I don't know if I brought that new mic with me, but oh my goodness, I am going to get ready to go now. It's been a very productive day with meetings and such. Lots of meetings, which made me want to get on here and say another thing that's been helping me procrastinate less, and it's about to start back up. Honestly though, by the time you're watching it, it's too late to join WPP, but it's never too late to join the Scholar Circle, so totally fine. But another tool that's been helping me procrastinate less is having some accountability and some community with what I'm doing. While unfortunately I don't have as much community in person as I would like right now, as is the life of a black woman in STEM, I feel like. But because of that, I realized that I have to find and create my own community, and that's exactly what I've done through this YouTube channel. That's the purpose behind it. And so I have a free community and I have a paid community. And so the free community is the We're Productive People Club, and it is an accountability group essentially where we meet every single Sunday and we check in with each other about our goals, about what we've been doing. We reset together, we do yoga. It's great. And we have our own Discord, and this is where the tip comes in. It's because whenever I just need some accountability, I start co-working. There's a co-working channel, and if somebody needs help, type in here like, I'm gonna hop on the co-working channel for the next 2 hours so I can stop touching my phone. And then I put my phone up and I co-work so that I am working for 2 hours, and sometimes someone will hop in, we'll share what we're both working on. Sometimes it's very, scheduled time, like we'll say like, this is gonna happen this week. But either way, just know that I have this resource, like at a drop of a dime, I can have some people that will see that I've joined this and might want to co-work with me at any time of day. Has been so helpful in making sure I get things done, because we all have obsession with our phones. So it's been great. The WPP Club is currently closed, but there is a paid version of this community called the Scholar Circle. It's made specifically for academics though, or scholars of any level. You don't have to actually be in academia. If you are interested in any kind of scholarly living, it's for you. And the first tier is basically exactly what I'm describing, where there is community in Discord with fellow academics all across the world in different disciplines. But then if you want to be able to do that co-working, you can join the second tier, and that second tier also comes with a book club, extra vlogs, and all kinds of things. So yeah, just know that you do still have the resource available. It's in my link below. Join tier 2 and we can co-work. We have co-working every Tuesday and Thursdays scheduled through Discord. And then you can always start an impromptu one if you're in the club whenever you need it. So yeah, I just love that I have this space now, and it's something I know I'm going to need as I continue to build my career. And it's not just something that I'm giving to others. Like, I know other people need it, but I very much so need it myself to stay accountable to all the things I have going on. And it is a major key in staying productive. So I just wanted to mention that, because I guess in a way it's also like a meeting, but it's more social than meeting, you know, whatever. I just know that community is important no matter where we are in our career, no matter what level, no matter what field. Like, we all need people that we can connect with, whether you want to talk about your work at school, your personal life, whatever. I know that it's something that we all need, and so I'm just happy that I've been able to create that, and I just hope it grows for as long as I'm on YouTube. So let me officially close down this. Y'all, this code has been running for 111 minutes. It is only 75. It runs in like 20 seconds within 50. There's gotta be something wrong. Let me look at my errors. Let me take a picture of these errors, so I can, maybe that's telling me. Runtime warning. I'm gonna have to add some checks and balances in here. But anyway, I need to go home because I need to finish editing the video. I need to create time to edit videos, so I want to export it, and once it's exporting, I'll go on my daily walk to get the rest of my steps. So let's go home. Fine, stop running. God damn it. Came home to another treat. This wasn't supposed to be here until next week. No, yeah, until next Wednesday. And here we are, the final missing piece to the living room puzzle. This is gonna be my TV stand. I don't have time to put it together. I need to edit, and I need to eat before I edit, because if I edit, I'm gonna be sitting there and my time to eat will pass, and then I'll have to shove 2 meals in, and it'll be crazy. But oh my gosh, I was not expecting my living room. When I ordered everything, I was told by the shipping that it would be like 1 a week, and that I wouldn't have it all until my birthday. And now I've gotten it all within this week, this vlog. Let me make my meal, and this probably won't get made until my next vlog, because too much to do. But she's here! Yay! Let's put her on the floor. Honestly, I'm gonna make the same parfait as yesterday because it was so good with the apple and the peanuts and the granola. Like, yeah, that's a winner. The pumpkin seeds, like I said, did not do it for me, but oh, and I already have half an apple chopped, and she's still good. God is good to me. Tracking what I'm doing for 6 months. So I feel like no matter what stage you're at,
I long for that feeling. Why did it have to go away? I long for that feeling.
I just finished getting in the rest of my steps for the day. I went on a walk, yes, even in the dark. A challenge is a challenge, baby. I'm past my 10K. I actually got my 10 pages while I was walking to my car after work, so cheers to that. And all the other rules have been met for the day, so I can finally end my day with my trackers and my reflections and go to sleep because I am ready. So I am going to end the video here. I am feeling really good about where I am in my career, in my home. I'm just feeling much more settled in, and I'm And I feel like the habits I've been building over the summer are starting to really feel a part of my life. Like reading is something I'm just into again, and I already have a queue of books ready so that I can maintain that interest and keep up the momentum that I have going. I've been successfully time blocking for like 6 weeks now or something. So, and I'm officially back bullet journaling. Like, we're on the up and up. And as I continue to build up my career, I just want to make sure that I am maintaining balance with my full life and making sure that I'm staying a well-rounded scholar. You know, I don't want to become too any one thing. I just want to make sure that I am finding time and space for all the things that interest me along with my well-being. So far so good. I hope this video encouraged you to do some of the same for yourself, or just kept you company while you were going through your day. And I hope I see you again in my very next video. Bye, friend.
I know that feeling. Stormy skies and fireworks.